Good morning guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we actually have a nice relaxing Q&A video for you guys and I'm super excited about it. But of course, the most asked question of the video was what's going on with the R34, when are you going back to Japan, all of that good stuff. End of today's video, I have a really cool update from my good friend Masa, who actually lives in Japan and works at Top Rank Japan. He's actually helping out with taking care of the R34 while it's over in Japan being stored at Top Rank. So we have a really cool update. Masa does a quick walk around video of the car, starts it up, shows it off, talks a little bit about how they're maintaining the car and stuff, even shows off his car, which is really cool. We're gonna be getting a lot of updates from Masa in Japan, so I figured I'd throw that in the end of today's video as like a cool little update on the car. And of course, I'm gonna be answering the question of when I'm going back to Japan, what the deal is with the car, all that good stuff. So make sure you stay tuned to that. And also, before we get into today's video, do me a favor, and if you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 600,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and I think we can do it. Actually, YouTube is telling me that 50% of you guys that are watching my videos right now actually have not clicked the subscribe button. So if you have not already, do me a favor, scroll down a little bit and make sure that that subscribe button is clicked and you are subscribed to watch all the videos and stay up to date with all the awesome stuff that we have. It's actually been a nice and relaxing couple of weeks at the shop. We've stacked up on videos, we've had everything done, and we're currently in that little phase of waiting on parts. We have some S13 stuff coming in, we have some new car stuff coming in, and we even have some Civic and 280Z stuff coming in. And I figured before it gets really hectic, we go ahead and do a little Q&A. So it's gonna be a good one, so sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video.
My name's Dustin Williams, and welcome to my channel. I moved out to Southern California to pursue my passion as a filmmaker and car enthusiast. On my channel, you'll get to follow along on my dream car life. Racing cars, building cars, and traveling to Japan to drive and build my R34 GTR. I love Japanese culture and cars, so that's mainly what you'll find here. I also built a street apparel brand called Legends based on my experiences, cars, and Japanese culture. It's been a crazy ride so far, and I can't wait to see where life takes me. So let's strap in and enjoy today's video.
Today's video is sponsored by Wizza. If you guys have ever wanted to own a supercar, now is your chance. Wizza has actually partnered up with the Stradman, and they are giving away a 2018 Lamborghini Huracan Performante valued up to $330,000, and the thing is freaking sweet. The car goes 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds and has 631 horsepower. Our goal for this prize is to help Wizza combat heart disease. And best of all, you guys can actually use my code, which is on the screen right now and in the description box down below, to get 10% extra entries into winning the Lamborghini, which is super cool as well. So if you guys want to help support the channel, you guys can use my link down in the description box below. Now, Wizza's slogan is make magic happen, and that's because they raise money while giving away awesome prizes. So if you haven't checked them out, please do so. Their link will be the first one down in the description box below. All right, let's head back into today's video. We usually try and do like a Q&A every couple of months. I just think it's good to like get more life stuff, and in case any of you guys are new, you can learn a little bit about me. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I usually have like the little Q&A thing on my story, and I let you guys ask me questions and I'll answer them here. And I'm trying to not do a lot of car questions because you guys get to see that literally every day, and if you pay attention, you'll pretty much know everything that's going on with the cars. So I try and keep the Q&As more lifestyle and life questions that you guys really don't get to see every day. Also, a couple of things before we get started. I know that you guys are gonna have the question of, what is that weird clicky noise that it's probably making right now? That is actually my lens focusing. My usual lens actually broke, and that was sent off to Canon a while ago. So bear with me on the lens here. Also, what is that pitter patter noise? And that is our best boy, Sparko. You wanna say hi, Sparko? Oh, thank you. Sparko's gonna be hanging out with us today. Tiana's actually on a business trip. Also, I guess we can start off with this. A lot of you guys have been asking about Tiana. For those of you that don't know, Tiana, who is my wife, actually has a full-time job, a normal full-time job. She works, thanks buddy, she works in finance, and she's actually a boss. It's really, really cool. So she's currently on a business trip, traveling for work. Okay. The boys are home alone. So I'm taking care of Sparko this week. It's bring your son to work week, so he's gonna be with us at the shop every day. But anyways, enough of that. Let's get into the Q&A. First question, courtesy of Randy. Thank you, Randy. How's it gonna feel when a short, handsome YouTuber whoops your ass in a race? Well, Randy, I have a couple of things to say, but I'm not gonna say them. I'm gonna let my GTR do the talking.
Pow!
So this is actually a very popular question right here, and it's when are we gonna get more lifting videos and merchandise? So a lot of you guys have asked me like, why are there no more lifting videos, or why are you gonna do other competitions, stuff like that. Figured I'd go ahead and answer all of that at once right here. So as far as like lifting videos go, I've been kind of enjoying lifting for myself, not really posting too much on YouTube about it. I do mainly like Instagram stuff. If you guys want to see a lot of my lifting stuff, it's all on my like Instagram stories, and I even put it some in the videos. But as far as like full videos go, I kind of enjoy just like having the gym as my place. When I'm there training or lifting, like that's my time to just like not think about anything else and just get a real good workout in. Secondly, I'm not really doing bodybuilding anymore. If you guys followed along on like the summer shredding series and doing all of that, it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. But as far as like doing that consistently, for me at least, it's like not sustainable, especially for what we do, like traveling all the time, in the shop working on cars, all of that stuff. It just doesn't really work with dieting, and you know that it's two completely different lifestyles. And for me, I'd much rather have fun and like have energy, work on cars, be able to travel to car shows or to different places with Tiana. I'd much rather do that than kill myself dieting for 12 weeks to do a show and then repeat. And I just want to live a healthy lifestyle and just be like normal, you know, which I've been really enjoying, like eating all the foods that I want, cooking good food. I love to cook, if you guys don't know, and just not really worrying about like my physique, just being healthy. And what I've kind of transitioned to in that is powerlifting. I've actually like a really deep love for powerlifting, and you know, eating as much as I want and trying to lift as heavy as I can. And I've been doing a lot of powerlifting blocks and kind of preparing myself to do a powerlifting meet. So a little backstory here, actually 3 or 4 years ago, I can't really remember, I was preparing for my first ever powerlifting meet, and 3 weeks out from my meet, I actually tore my bicep. And if you guys were watching the channel back then, you probably remember that whole series. I had to get surgery and all of that stuff. It was literally miserable, and that's what kind of turned me into bodybuilding. I couldn't lift really heavy because of my arm, so I kind of turned to physique and all of that stuff, and now I'm kind of reverting back, and I just missed it. And I really am enjoying the powerlifting blocks, the way you're training for these things, and hopefully maybe around like January, February, March, somewhere in that area, I'm gonna do my first powerlifting meet again. So hopefully that's the goal, and if that does happen, more fitness videos will come in that preparation. Maybe not full dedicated videos, but definitely longer updates within the videos showing you guys my powerlifting progress, my maxes, all of that stuff. So, and really enjoying it, because back when I was doing the physique competitions, it was like miserable for me to go to the gym because of how tired and exhausted I was, and my body just didn't feel good. Now I feel great. This is the best I've ever felt. This is the strongest I've been and the healthiest I feel, and I'm really excited. Okay, next up. I know you like old fashions. What's your favorite whiskey? Actually, this is a really cool one. What's up, Brad? Brad actually goes to my gym. So my favorite whiskey. You know, I don't really have a favorite. One that I really do like is Hibiki, which is a Japanese whiskey. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But yeah, my favorite drink to have is an old fashioned, and cool enough, Tiana's favorite drink is an old fashioned as well. And I know that she really likes like the smoky campfire. I can't remember what it's called, but her favorite's like a smoky campfire whiskey. I'm not too big of a fan. I really do like something smooth and easy. And the Hibiki, I don't know how to say it. You guys get the point. It's really good. Okay, here's one that I actually really like. How do I just go for it? Sometimes I'm afraid of failing. And I guess the best answer to that question is use that feeling of being afraid of failure as your motivation to not fail. I can remember back when I was in college and I just started out making videos, and they were gaining traction, and I had the opportunity to either move to California and you know, transition my entire life over there, or take a secure job right when I graduated that I knew that I'd be making a set salary, and I could just stay in my hometown with all my friends and my family. And I think what really motivated me was the idea of that I might fail. Like, I know for me personally, and I don't know how it is for you guys out there, but I just felt when I was in Mississippi filming and doing my own thing that like, I just felt like there was more for me out there. And I always worked for that. I always did different things. Like, obviously, like, I was filming just random car stuff in college, and like all my friends picked on me for that, and none of them really understood what I was doing. And I just, like, in my head, I just had this passion, not necessarily just for filming car stuff, but filming in general. And when I got this awesome opportunity to be able to move to California, I just knew that like failure was not an option. And that's kind of where like do more came from. So I either, like I said, had the choice to stay in Mississippi and take that secure job, or I had the chance to move myself in my WRX across the country where I knew absolutely nothing. And that kind of coined the term do more. I wanted to do more. I knew there was more out there for myself, and that fear of failure pushed me to do it because I could not fail. Failure was not an option for me. So moving out there, I did everything I possibly could to make sure that I succeeded. Even if it was just, you know, securing a job. Any small step forward is some kind of success. Getting a job at multiple places like I did was my form of success. I didn't necessarily have my own place to live. I was still living on my best friend Danny's parents' couch. But having all of those different jobs, that was success to me, and I did something right. And that feeling kept me pushing for more. Next up was getting my own place and really settling myself in California. I knew that if I could have a job and if I could afford to live at my own place in California, I did it. I succeeded and I could go for more, and that's exactly what I did. So with that question being, what was the question? Let me read the question here. How do I just go for it? Use that sense of failure, like I might fail, as your motivation. Like tell yourself that failure is not an option and do more. Do whatever it takes to make that success, or to take that leap, to take that step forward and consider it a success. It doesn't have to be, oh my God, I did it all in 1 second. No, that small step forward is success, no matter how small it is. And you guys need to remember that. And once again, like I said, use that feeling of being afraid to fail as your motivation to do more and to take every step necessary to make sure that you do succeed, even if it is a baby step. Next up, I like this one. What type of music do I listen to? So if you guys also follow Instagram and stuff like that, I post a lot of my music playlists. I actually like stuff called like post-hardcore or like metalcore, or I guess like if you're not really into it, you call it like screamo music. But a couple of my favorite bands are Spirit Box, The Devil Wears Prada. I really love the old school Scarlett O'Hara, like Memphis Mayfire, Of Mice and Men. All of those bands I really like and enjoy. Volumes, Invent Animate. I could just go on forever. But that's the type of music I like. And someone actually also asked, do I listen to that with Tiana? No, Tiana is not a fan. Tiana actually likes country music, weirdly enough. And I'm from Mississippi. I hate country music. She's from California and loves it. Really weird. This is a good one. Would you consider installing a zip line from the house to the garage? That is so funny. Paul, every time he comes here, Paul's our contractor for the shop. Every time Paul comes here, he gives us some crazy idea to do from the house to the shop, like an underground slide or a zip line or something crazy like that. That would actually be a great idea, and if it was doable, absolutely. But no, we actually have a cool golf cart that gets us to the house, to the garage, and then we also want to get some like drift carts or something like that and do that too. I think that would be really fun. But quick timeline on the shop, we actually had to extend our lease at our shop currently for 6 months. It's just taking a really long time, a lot longer than what we expected to have the shop done, and that's because of everything that happened over the past couple of years. It's just a lot slower and materials are more scarce, and finding people to do the jobs is a lot harder as well. So it's moving, it's coming. Like you guys saw, the next steps for the shop is actually to get the concrete poured. Once we get the concrete poured, the building gets ordered, and then we have 8 to 12 weeks for the building to be made and then shipped, and then we lay the footings and all of that and get the like the driveway and the parking and all that concrete laid, and then we're good. So it's gonna be a few more months, but I promise you guys it's happening. I hate that it takes this long, but it is what it is, and it sucks for me more than it does for you guys. So trust me, it's coming and it's gonna be dope. So someone asked, this actually goes back to a couple of questions ago. It says, how is it being home away from home, and how often do you go see your family? It's definitely hard sometimes, but then again, like, I was never a super homebody. Like, my dad is my best friend, and my mom as well. But I was never like a homebody. Like, when I went to college, I lived in a dorm, and then I lived in a dorm for the first year, and we would go every couple of months. We'd go home like maybe twice a month, something like that, when I went to college. And then actually, my first summer in college, I got an apartment with my friends, and I started living on my own for the rest of college. And I never really lived at home after I left for college, so it was never like a home body where I like loved to stay at home and stuff like that. So I always like felt like I needed to be off somewhere, which is another reason why I think that moving to California wasn't as hard for me as well, is because I never really stayed at home. The hardest thing for me is like leaving all of my friends and seeing all of my friends do the things that we used to do together and that I would love to do, and like being there for special moments when somebody gets engaged or there's a special party. And that's really what's hard for me, because I love my friends more than anything else, and that's what got me through high school and college, are my friends. And I guess it's a little bit more special now that I get to see them after not seeing them for so long, but I miss them. And Tiana and I go to Mississippi 2 to 3 times a year to go see my parents. But my parents also come out here to see us and to see the house and all of that stuff. So I see them a good amount, but me and my family talk pretty much every day. So it's not that bad, but moving away definitely takes some getting used to. Okay, I feel like everybody can kind of relate to this one, and it's, how do you stay motivated every day even when life beats you down? What drives you and fuels you? I think the want to do better and the want to do more is what drives me and fuels me. Being a content creator and reading the comments and all of the negativity that comes your way when creating content, it sucks and it hits you hard. But it's having that sense of pride and confidence in yourself to know that you can keep pushing, you can keep taking that step forward. And like I keep pointing, like literally I have do more tattooed on my body, and that's what motivates me, is to do more. And like I know that there's so much more in life that I want to do, and knowing that I'm going to do everything that I possibly can to make my dreams come true, that's what motivates me. Okay, this is a good one. If social media never worked out, where do you think you would be today? So, a lot of you may know this or may not. I graduated college with a bachelor degree in criminal justice, and before I moved here, I was actually going to go to the police academy and be a police officer. And that's still something that if everything just fell out in a day, that's still something that I would absolutely love to do. One of my best friends from college is actually a police officer right now, where we went to college at, and I respect it. I think it's awesome. My dad was in the FBI, he's retired now, he still works in law enforcement. I would love to be a police officer, and that's probably where I would be if social media was never a thing. Why did I start a YouTube? Okay, this is actually a really good one. So I don't know how many of you guys watched back then, but I started YouTube in like 2010 to like 2012. And this was like before YouTube was a thing. This is before YouTube, anybody even like really knew to watch YouTube. So I started YouTube because I love film. I love movies, I love cinema, I love the way movies are shot, I love the way they're colored, I love the story behind the story of a movie, if that even makes sense to you guys. So I started YouTube with a group of my friends. I can't remember what the channel was called, and I would kill to find these videos now, but I have no idea where I would find them. But we started making skits, and I had like a little flip camera, if you guys remember what those are, but it was like a vertical little flip camera camcorder thing, and we would make the goofiest, silliest little skits and throw them on YouTube. And I also really loved cars. So when I got my first car, which was the Honda Civic Si, I decided, why not film what I'm doing to the cars? And if you guys go back deep enough, you can see all like the little ricer mods that I did. And I filmed all of it and just threw it on YouTube, because what me and my dad did was we would watch exhaust videos on YouTube to decide like what exhaust to get for our cars and stuff. So that kind of inspired me to just film what I was doing on the car that day. So like I would install stickers or plastic my wheels or install a shift knob, whatever. And that's kind of how I started YouTube. And I started it because I just loved film, and I didn't even really love filming cars. I just liked movies, and I wanted, my dream in life was to actually be like a cinematographer and work in like a movie studio and be a cinematographer or like that. And I actually minored in film production in school as well. So I actually got to work on a movie set for a horror film that they shot in Mississippi. It was like a C film. It was not good at all, but it was an actual production, and it was on IMDb and all that stuff. So I actually got to work on a movie set, and that's just what I loved. And that would be like my ultimate dream goal, besides like YouTube and doing what I do now, is to like be a cinematographer for a movie studio and work in movie sets and create movies. That is my true, real dream. But that's kind of how I started YouTube, if you guys didn't know that. I think that's pretty cool. And I think the movie that really got me there was Avatar. Once I saw Avatar and I saw the scenes and the cinematography and the CGI, I was like, holy crap, I need to do that. And that's what really got me there. And I still think of movies in that way as well. Like when Tiana and I go to the movies, which you guys know, going to the movies is probably like my #1 favorite thing to do in the world. When we go to movies, I still look at movies and I look at the way they get these shots and how the camera moves and how they switch between scenes, and I just love that so much. I would love to have a group of friends to like do skits with. I think like, we could do like fun stuff if I ever had the time. But yeah, I'm going on a rant here. Okay, favorite anime. I appreciate the nerd in you. Thank you, man. So my favorite anime, I don't know. I really like Death Note, but what I'm into right now is My Hero Academia. I love that anime. I've currently been stuck on that hardcore right now. Also Digimon. I've been watching Digimon too right now. I don't know, but I think like my favorite one that I can think of right now, like my all-time favorite, is Death Note. I really love Death. If you had to choose a movie car other than the Evo to own, what would it be? That's a good one. So I'm gonna go on the complete opposite spectrum here, and I would love to own a Jurassic Park Jeep. Jurassic Park is one of my favorite movie franchises of all time, and every time I see the Jurassic Park Jeep, I love it. There was a dealership by me, like a Dodge Jeep dealership, and they actually had one of the new Gladiators with the same color scheme and the Jurassic Park logos on the side. I freaked out. I would kill to have one of those, and eventually when we are in need of a new truck or something like that, I would love to maybe do something like that. But yeah, Jurassic Park Jeep would be my other movie car that I'd really like to. Ooh, a tough one here. Initial D or Wangan Midnight. Now, I probably grew up more on Initial D, but I will say Wangan Midnight, I feel like is more interesting and more realistic. Getting to see them like build the engines, get on the freeways and race. Like, I feel like with Initial D, don't get me wrong, it's freaking awesome and I love it, but it's like the same thing all the time. They're just in the canyons, it's one race after another, but in Wangan, you get to see them building the engines and the different modifications. I don't know. I think it's cool. I love both of them, but I think Wangan goes more in depth. But Initial D is like the ultimate classic. Ooh, all right, this is another good one. We have 2 more to go. This is another good one. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? I got a lot of this, and to be honest, I have no idea. I don't know what's next. I don't know what 5 years looks like, and I feel like a lot of you guys can relate to this, and it's okay to not know. And I'm being honest when I say I have no idea what in the hell is gonna happen next year. I have no freaking clue. But what I know is that I'm gonna do everything in my power to make it work. I'm gonna work as hard as I can to continue to do what I love every single day, even if it means changing something up. I don't know where we're gonna be in 5 years, but I know that I'm gonna work as hard as I possibly can to be successful in whatever I'm doing. And I'm just enjoying this moment in time, appreciating every little thing in life, and taking baby steps forward. And it's okay not to know what's coming in the future, but as long as you have some ambition and some inspiration for where you want to be, that's all you need, man. Just enjoy your time now, take in everything, learn what you can, and take that baby step forward, and things will start coming into place. Like I said, I have no idea what's coming in 5 years. I don't know what's coming tomorrow. So I'm just here for it, enjoying it, and working as hard as I can for what's next. whatever it is. Okay, now to finish this up, we're gonna end on the R34 update by Masa. I'm gonna answer the question of when am I going back to Japan? And where's the R34? All that good stuff. So, when am I going back to Japan? When they open up. So, it looks like things are getting better in Japan, and hopefully halfway through 2022 or early 2023, Japan opens back up. I believe that they just opened up for Australia travelers, but once everything opens back up, I will go there. I'm gonna be on the first plane to get to there once they open up for US travelers, I promise you. But the R34 is still in Japan. It's gonna get built in Japan. Nothing has been done to it because I wanna be there when the car gets built. So my car is not legal until 2024 or 2025, one of those, I think 2024. Now I could bring it over right when it's available, but the whole point of me having that car is to get it built in Japan and to show you guys what it's really like to own a car in Japan. I've only been able to go one time, and that kind of defeats the purpose of this series that I was trying to make. And a lot of you guys ask me, am I ready for the car to be in the US? Honestly, no. I feel like having it in Japan and being able to visit it in Japan is so much more special than being able to walk down the stairs, go in my garage, and see it. Yeah, it would be awesome, and yeah, it's literally my favorite car of all time, but it's that much more special having it in my favorite place in the entire world, the mecca of, you know, where my love for cars came from. Also, Japan in general, the culture, the people, the cities, and just the feeling in Japan, like it's my favorite thing ever. So, what I'm trying to get at here is that I might not even bring it over when it's first ready, first legal. I want to get the car built there. I want to enjoy it in Japan like I bought it to do. So that's currently where the car is right now. It's still at top rank. It's getting maintained every month. It gets started every month. We get an update video every month, and it's gonna be there until I can get there, until I can go there and drive it and we can have some fun with it. So with all that being said, I'm going to hop into Masa's little update video here so you guys can check that out.
Hello guys, Masa is here for another quick overtake vlog from Dustin Williams' channel. And right now I'm at the PDI center somewhere in Chiba. And yeah, as you can see, I'm working at a top rank Japan now. So what gonna be my main job for the top rank will be basically a lot of social media stuff, and also I'm gonna do a lot of Instagram lives, and possibly in the down future I'm gonna make a lot of YouTube vlogs for, you know, top rank, and also for myself. And today, right now, as you can see in front of me, I have my own Yaris and Dustin's R34. Do you miss this car, Dustin? Don't you? Don't you?
Here you go. This is Dustin's R34 GTR. And yeah, as you can see, it's very clean. And so of course, you have the T37s, and the interior is actually still left. And also, fun fact, Dustin, you still have your memorabilia from a Gotemba Premium Outlets. Yeah, Dustin, I think you missed this. You missed going back to Japan and doing a lot of trips in here. Okay, so let's start her up. See how she sounds. Let's go. Yeah, she's kind of, the battery is almost dead right now, but aside from that, she's purring like a kitten. Oh man, the Midori titanium exhaust sounds so good. Let's hear it again, shall we? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man, I miss my GTR when I've sat in this. Oh man. Come on, Dustin, we need to come. You need to come back to Tokyo, man. You need to come back to Tokyo and drive this thing. She misses you, man. She misses you. So this is my Toyota GR Yaris. And some people might know that I used to own a FD2 Civic Type R, but actually I sold the FD2 and bought this thing. Some people won't like it, but for me, basically, I love this thing. It's a really good pocket rocket. It's very comfortable, much more comfortable than Civic Type R FD2. And let's check the interior. Yep. Obviously smells like a new car. And yep, started her up. Yep. Good old 3-cylinder. That's about it. I'm thinking of doing a thorough review of this car, so if you guys want to check out, yeah, just comment my Instagram account, or you know, show me some love, okay?
So that is going to be the end of the video. I hope this is a cool little R34 update for you guys, and for those of you that may have just found the channel or just found me, I hope this is a good little insight into my life and stuff like that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a fun one. It was relaxing, and I love doing these. So, like I said, we do them every couple of months, and we'll continue to. So, all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. We have some really awesome content with all of the cars coming up, so stay tuned. I'll see all of you guys in the next one.